Oh, we're back, 7:30, full house out on the plaza. All of them ready to kick off this holiday weekend in style. Live concert from rising superstar, role model. We can assure you the line will not run out on this Friday morning. Some of those folks, by the way, they started lining up days
They had their blow-up mattresses out there. They were ready. They were ready.
The line did not run out.
The line did not run out. And everyone's going to walk around singing Sally all morning, just humming Sally.
Question is, who's going to be the Sally this
Oh, I think it will not disappoint. All right, but first, we have more news to get to this half hour, starting with Karen Reed opening up in a new interview, her first since being acquitted at that second murder trial. NBC's Emilie Ikeda has been following it from the very beginning and tracking what she had to say. Emily, good morning.
Guys, good morning to you. Karen Reed revealing her newfound freedom is not what she expected. Talking for the first time about her experience through not one, but two sensational trials that gripped the nation. While she says she sacrificed a lot, Reed is looking forward to what's ahead after what she called a 4-year-long nightmare. It's been 2.5 months since a Massachusetts jury found Karen Reed not guilty of killing her police officer boyfriend.
It's not quite as I expected.
Now she's speaking out on the Howie Carr show in her first formal interview since the trial.
There's moments I have every day that have these little epiphanies of, wow, this is the first time I've done fill in the blank in the last 4 years that I wasn't living with this nightmare.
The 45-year-old, who is now living with her parents, says getting to this point included a lot of sacrifice. She lost 2 jobs, sold her house to pay her legal fees, and still hasn't gotten back her SUV, which was impounded during the investigation and trials.
You realize when you have to sacrifice to make something happen, to fight for your life, you pull every lever you can.
Reed was tried twice for John O'Keefe's death, with prosecutors alleging she backed into him with her SUV during a drunken argument.
She was drunk, she hit him, and she left him to die.
But Reed's defense maintained that science showed O'Keefe was never hit by a car. Her first murder trial ending in a hung jury, while in the second, she was convicted of drunk driving and sentenced to 1 year of probation.
This case was corrupted from the start.
Her attorney, Alan Jackson, who has suggested Reed was framed for O'Keefe's death, says they're now exploring filing a civil suit.
Nothing's off the table, and no one's off the table.
Reed is also facing a civil suit of her own, with O'Keefe's family filing a wrongful death case against her last year.
Never in my entire life have I been more invested in a court case.
The lengthy legal saga that became a social media sensation will now reportedly be spotlighted in a new limited series for Prime Video. Deadline reporting Hunger Games actress Elizabeth Banks will play Reed, something Reed says she didn't authorize and is not involved in.
There's just a lot more to tell.
So does she have any idea what she wants to do next?
Well, you heard her say there that there's a lot more to tell. So she brought up the possibility of a book. We also know that she is involved in a different scripted project. We don't know if that's for TV or if it's for film. And then her lawyer says he's back for a reason. As we reported, they're exploring a possible civil suit, but they didn't specify what kinds of allegations might be involved, who might be involved. So the legal saga goes on.
You would think after all of this and getting acquitted, you would want to just be done.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah.
Apparently not. All right.
Thanks,
you.
Appreciate it.
It's just ahead. Some big news for our friends at SNL. The big star who is not going to be returning for season 51.
But first, college football fans rejoicing from coast to coast, eager for the first big weekend of games and stars. Sam Brock has his eye on all the action.
A lot of eyes on a lot of action. Look, the last couple of days, guys, have really shown us a tease of college football games, but this weekend is the major kickoff with one particularly young, dynamic quarterback whose name might sound familiar, trying to just calm the hype. That story right after the break.
Let's get started.